Look at this cat. I actually just wanted to show you guys how much it fucking snowed. Snowfall warning in effect from last night into today is a crazy amount of snow. And like this won't work on camera, I don't think. But I opened the window a little while ago because the cat didn't know that she didn't want to go out. And it is dead silent outside. It's so interesting, the sound dampening effect of snow, because it's soft and sound doesn't bounce off it. And that like snow crunch from distant vehicles and things. But yeah, it's so weirdly quiet as opposed to the way the neighborhood usually sounds, where it's kind of echoey and stuff. Anyway, that's what... Nope, that's all darkness. That's the kind of day we're having up here. My tripod is broken. Anyway, it's Tuesday. On Tuesday, when I have the house to myself, it's Van Damme night. And exciting thing, I'm looking at the table behind me. Exciting thing, I guess I'll wait till after. So last week, I watched Knockoff. And a similar thing happened as the week before, where if you've seen a movie and it's bad, the next time you watch it, the bad things aren't surprising. They don't stand out to you. The little bits that are good are what stands out. So like Knockoff sucks. It's a piece of shit movie. If it didn't exist, no harm to the world. The good things about it that I noticed on my second ever watch, the stunts are good, the fight choreography is good because it's Hong Kong style. The thing that jumps out at me that's really good, Rob Schneider the comedian sucks. Rob Schneider the actor does okay in this movie. Van Damme overacts. He like jumps to yelling kind of randomly, like bad actors do, because they think that just big emotions equals acting. But whenever he does that, Rob Schneider yells back, but it seems authentic to the character the way he yells back. I think he does a good job in some of those back and forth scenes. So good for Rob Schneider, 20 years ago or whatever. The bad things about the movie that maybe haven't been talked about elsewhere, like, because the worst thing about the movie that everyone knows is the weird cinematography choices, the foot into the shoe shot and things like that, and the too high angles when people are talking to each other, like the weird cinematography choices actually harm the film. Like sometimes they're funny, like the shoe shot, and other times they're just terrible. Some of the fight scenes have like blur effects for no reason, and it's just, why would you film a fight scene that way? The thing that really sucks about the movie, though, is that just there's no reason to care about anything. The evil plan is so vague, silly. The bad guys are nobody. Like there's no characters that are antagonists. It's just like faceless bad guys attacking people for no reason. Van Damme's character has no reason to become invested, to want anything to happen. There's no revenge. There's no saving. Well, like they are saving the world, but there's no saving the world moments. It's never like, fuck, we have to do something. We have to save the world. The world is in danger. It's just like, I'm Van Damme in a movie. Obviously, I'm going to stop these guys, and obviously, I'm going to take my shirt off. And yeah, there's just like no character that you root for or interested in or root against. Like, there's no one you want to see get their comeuppance and yada yada yada. It's terrible. The script is garbage. On to the exciting thing. A couple of weeks ago, walking around the drugstore, saw this. Picked it up. Immediately came home, put it on the coffee table, put another movie on top of it, and forgot about it for weeks. So I rediscovered this on the coffee table last week. And just like finding, I mentioned this before, around, I'm sure, But seeing Van Damme collections like this, like the really cheap ones, at the hardware store is how the Van Damme collection kicked off and everything like that. So I've never seen Legionnaire or Replicant. They're way after the Golden Age. Legionnaire, I believe, was still technically in the 90s, but both movies that I know nothing about. I watched the trailer for Legionnaire to prepare to watch it. It looks like it's a full-on period piece. Maybe there's a tournament of some kind because there's one shot of him in a boxing ring. So maybe it's a blood sport. Maybe it's The Quest. But I'm excited to watch these unseen Van Damme movies, and I should be prepared to be disappointed, but I'm not. I've really got my hopes up, and that sucks. I don't think they're going to be great. I don't think they're going to be classics, but I expect to enjoy them. So yeah, that's the status of Van Damme Tuesdays this week. I will let you know how Legionnaire is, and then, because it's more fun to wait for things than to actually experience them, I'm going to wait another week to watch Replicant. And Replicant is the movie where he's his own clone and yada yada. Nonsense.